We have been showered, inundated with so much awful self-help advice over the years, but fake it until you make it is probably the worst one ever. Let me explain why. Pretending to be someone you're not, that doesn't change you into that person. Pretending to be someone you're not is just exhausting. You're putting on a show, you're putting on an act, but it's not an act that is actually part of who you are. It's just a total act. And anyone around you can probably see that you're just putting on an act. So how is that actually going to help you? If we really want to change ourselves and become that person, we need to earn it. We need to learn it, and then we can replicate it. Hey, it's not as sexy as fake it till you make it, but trust me, this works. So first, we need to earn it. We need to put in the work. You know, my coach Hook always told me, you need to run the mile. You can't just go to the gym and then show up at the fight and think that you're going to be the greatest. You need to work hard. You need to be in the gym, grinding every day. You need to be out on the road, running mile after mile, building your cardio. This is the way we earn it. We work hard. Okay, and then we've got to learn it. So we've got to feel, what is this higher state that we're trying to reach? We've got to document it. That's how we use our sensory maps that you'll find in my book, Wherever the Void Flows, where I talk about this topic a lot. When I say learn it, I don't just mean the physical skill. I mean the internal sensations of working at that higher level. And then we replicate it. We've documented these things on our sensory map, and then we go back, we read these maps, maybe we put notes on the back of them. We really document the state of mind, the state of body, and that way we can put ourselves back into that state and start the activity as opposed to reaching that state through the activity. So let me tell you, when I was a teacher in China, so I had moved to China, I gave up my entire life in America. I walked away from an IT career. I walked away from being a coach at gyms in different parts of the country that I'd worked out across the years. And I went to China, I started completely over, and I was all alone. I didn't have any friends there, and I had to do something completely different. And so I went through this training for a while to learn how to teach little children in the specific way that they wanted me to teach at this school. You know, I went through this program, I thought I was okay. I had my first class, it went well. And I was like, yeah, this is great, I can do this. And then immediately their senior teacher, who had been there for years, he calls in sick and I have to go teach his class. So I went from teaching a class that I had like a week to prepare for, and I got to plan every step of the way out and I was ready to go, to teaching a class that I had no idea what I was doing until 30 minutes before the class. And I went into that second class and I bombed. I bombed so hard that I wanted to give up. I mean, I literally went home and I'm like, what the hell am I doing with myself? I came here across the world and I suck at this. I am not good. So that was the fake it till you make it, right? Because I had all this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can be a teacher. I can be great at this. However, obviously I didn't give up. I didn't quit. I went back and I realized that I had this technical baseline, but I still had a fear. So I had to overcome that fear, and I really had to put myself out there and just let myself go. And the second I let go and just let myself be silly, let myself be crazy, let myself be happy, I was able to take my children on an adventure. And we went there together and we had a lot of fun. And they learned English very well. So this actually illustrates my depth chart really well. So I had this good experience, right? And so that would put me probably at, after when it was over, I'd be at level 1. I was kind of in that daydreamy, happy, flowy state. But then I had the really bad experience, which brought me right back down to level 0, which is the hijacked negative flow state, where hijacked being like when you're using your phone and you're scrolling stuff, something is controlling your flow. It's giving you this dopamine and making you think you're in a flow state. But also level 0 is where you have that doom spiral going on and you're in a very negative loop. Then we can move up to level 1 where we're daydreaming. We're just letting our mind relax. Nothing to worry about, nothing to think about, nothing to plan. Just daydream. Then I brought myself into level 2 where I focus on the task. I focus my attention and my energy on learning, on repeating, on building a skill. Focused. Then I was able to bring myself to level 3 where you're in your own element and you're performing an action that you know how to do well, but you're performing it with emotion, with intensity. And then finally we arrive at level 4, which is where you just get out of your own way and you let go. And that performance arc made me the teacher that I am. And I happen to have been told many times that I'm a very good teacher. And I don't say it to brag, but I really believe that teaching is what I do best. And it doesn't matter what I teach, as long as I know how to do it, I can teach it. So there you go. Don't fake it until you make it. Earn it, learn it, replicate it. You have to run the mile. Remember that every breath is a chance to do something better, do something different. If you want to join me in the void, click that subscribe button. Let's see where the void flows.